What do you need to know about Battles of Legend Armageddon as you completely are oblivious to everything that's happened in this set? We're going to psychoanalyze the metagame effects, the value that you can pick up, and honestly, realistic expectations that you can expect from this set. So make sure you show some love, make sure you turn on the bell notifications, make sure you like the video for the YouTube algorithm stuff. You guys know the little technical stuff. You guys can help out the channel. And well, let's dig on into this, shall we? Expectations behind Battles of Legend. First thing that we need to talk about here is the 10,000 Rarity and the beautiful Utopia in astral print. Okay, so Battles of Legend brings what we like to call the 10,000 Rarity to the game for 10,000 Dragon to commemorate the special edition that we have reached 10,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the game. Let's give it up, everybody. We've somehow have printed 10,000 of these. We have a very diverse pool. All 10,000 of those cards are in fact legal for play. Whether or not they're banned or unbanned is a different story. But you can pull this really rare card, which is pre-selling, by the way, for about $800 to $1,000. And you're like, huh? So yes, if you pull this, the card simply is for collectors' purposes. It serves no other real purpose outside of that. And then we have the beautiful Utopia. Now, I think the Astral Utopia is probably the coolest thing in this set. I mean, all jokes aside, like, I want one. I have a feeling the price tag's going to be pushing $400 to $700. I know that's a really big chunk for this. The card is 100% legal. It is considered a foreign card. All you have to do is play with your translation on the side. So super easy for those of you who have never played with foreign cards. All you have to do is either have a English version of the card on hand to provide for card text, or you have to simply have a printout that shows what the card does. Super easy, but for, you know, cosmetic purposes, I think the card looks outlandish. Yeah, the card does look a bit outlandish, but still doesn't help the fact that I want one, just so that I can Utopia double kill you with $700. Like, why not? Alright, things you never hear Yu-Gi-Oh players say for $700. Yes, my 2 level force together, Utopia double. Effect, overlay my $700 Utopia, attack, double or nothing, you're dead to money. Alright, realistic, by the way. Alright, so we've also got the Monoton Engine in here. I think we're 7 videos deep on talking about Monoton now, and I still have been reading we're still reading comments as to the Monoton Engine, people being oblivious to this. So you summon out your 3 monsters onto the field, and then your opponent looks at you and goes, how'd you summon that many monsters? You're like, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Screw the rules. And then you make Utopia Zexal, and then you make your opponent hate themselves as you go, detach material, you can't play the game next turn, and then they get massively frustrated with you, want to quit the game. Also, you've if you're going second, your opponent's really bricked or hasn't built the most optimal board in the world, you just slam all of your guys into their field, and by the way, you probably are going to kill them, because 8,000 damage is really easy to pull off with the Monoton Engine. But the Monoton Engine does bring a higher level of consistency to rogue decks, which is a good thing. It also brings that same level of increase to the meta decks. But you know what? If you're playing Blackwings and you want to activate Monoton Culling and Utopia your opponent, congratulations. Looks like you just won a game, more than likely. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, that matters a lot to the game. So yes, the Monoton Engine is going to be very expensive. I almost guarantee it. You're not going to be getting off scot-free a little bit for that, but you're paying for that techableness for your Trickstar deck, for your Blackwing deck. It really just does raise the power ceiling for these decks. So yeah, it's Norton all over again, or any generic power card ever. Alright, that's enough about the competitive stuff. Alright, we gotta take a step back here. We gotta talk about the fossil archetype. First, disclaimer on this video. Alright, I think, alright, little Thomas Tank Engine here, I think there will be more fossil cards in the future. Alright, now that doesn't mean gung-ho, go buy fossils. Alright, I think for all intents and purposes, as of making this video, that the fossil archetype is very underrated at this point. Now, this isn't going to be massively tier 1 playable out of the gate. No, that's not how this works. For solid tier 2, tier 3, and tier 2.5 engine, I would say. You have this chunk of cards that rocks, and they have very good synergy with already existing rock support. That doesn't make them amazing. But this is an anime archetype, alright? This is the first run of the anime archetype stuff. If they see that the player base loves this first run of cards, then you know what that means? We'll get more. Now, for people that love their original OG prints, this is the time to pick those up. Hold them for the next year or two, and, you know, treasure the fact that Jim Crocodile's cards actually got printed into the game. Because there is a lot of stuff that is missing from this, and that doesn't mean that they won't eventually fill the gap with these cards in the near future. I'm definitely saying, and I'm gonna, once the set comes out, the stuff's cheap, pick up your crocodile core, pick up your fossil core, hold on to it, and when future support comes out and you see this stuff just shoot to the moon, as vintage values would say, it definitely, I think overall long-term investment wise, that I think the Jim Crocodile stuff definitely is going to hold that best place in here. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. I'm usually right about these types of things. And then the last theme in here, yes, my refrigerator. Man, appliancers. My microwave over here, you see it? It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You see my fridge behind me? It's also a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I think it's a fusion because it also has the freezer in it. Oh, what a hybrid. So, I'm going to say this, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I think the appliancers are one of the coolest concepts in the game. It just so happens that they're not very good. Now, in the same aspect as Jim Crocodile's cards, this is also another anime deck. It's like all three of these themes are anime cards. You know, I don't have to tell you to pick up Numeron cards because they're good. There's definitely way more Numeron cards that could be printed at this point. But it's the same thing with appliancers here. The short end is they're an OTK deck. They like to set up everything's a machine dupe target, literally. And then we reach into the point of, well, just like Jim Crocodile cards, they're missing a little bit more than Jim's cards. I'm going to be honest with you. But the engine can still OTK. You can still plug your appliancers in, and you still look to end the game pretty much the same way that any Yu-Gi-Oh deck does. But you have the consistency of machine duplication on your side. That's really about all that I can say about appliancers. I am looking forward to them in the very least. I've seen some cheesy stuff online, but unfortunately they're missing that bigger push that we need. So at some point, yes, we will get it. So where does that leave the rest of the set? Alright, so the good value that is present in this set. Automatically out of the gate here, you have the Invoked Engine. Alright, this is one of the things that needed reprints the most right now, and I'm expecting, between like the good reprints in this set, like the Invoked Engine is very good for competitive play. We needed that. Oh my god. Cross Sheep and Upgrade is good. Salamangreat stuff is whatever. Oh, Secure Gardener. Secure Gardener in a higher rarity than Butthole Common. I'm so happy for that. I still can't get over the fact that we're actually getting reprints on the invocation stuff. We needed it. When you see an engine for one card that got reprinted for its third edition and it was pushing $25 for a super inside of a pack, that's a big if-erino there. We've also got good staples coming. O-Lion being one of those. Obedience Schooled for Melfi, which is very good. Some upgrades for stuff for the Melfi archetype. Some good Blackwing upgrades, which we've needed. And for some reason, they're printing more hero stuff in here. And then there's the Chaos Armageddon Dragon. Now, we've needed this reprinted for a little while now. I'm happy that they found a place to put it in the set, which means we get the chance to mess around with it. Outside of that, you got the Malefic Paradigm Dragon, which is really cool. And I also see they dropped some other relatively interesting one-ofs in here. But outside of that, The overall core value in this set is present. I am looking forward to seeing in the future, when we get upgrades to fossils and appliancers, just how well those upgrades will carry the existing themes already. And much like standard Konami fashion, it's just a little bit more icing on the cake and the deck will take off. So be patient, wait for future support. But for the here and now, I hope you're ready for that hot Numeron mess. It's coming, it's going to be great. Guys, please leave a comment down below what you guys think about Battles of Legend Armageddon. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCall40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCall40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out MCallGames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.